How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to my latest vlog. Got something special in this episode. Check out my carp van. Look at all that kit. Look at it all crammed in there. Look at this hunky chap here. Hey, many of you know this handsome face. Me and Rob have gone on a little Euro adventure to the one and only Bow. We're going to Rainbow. 1 whole week of fishing there. We've got all the kit. You'll see it when we unpack it. Hopefully it will come out because it's been fairly well packed in there. And we've just driven, how long have we driven for now? It's been, what?
We left at 8 o'clock English time. It is now 8 o'clock in the morning English time, so we've been driving 12 hours.
12 hours through the night.
Exactly.
We've still got about another 2 hours to go. But yeah, we've got a few more coffee stuffs in us. The bags are growing under the eyes a little bit, but super excited. Gonna go catch some big fish, yeah?
We are indeed, mate.
Yeah, I haven't been to Rainbow since 1995, I think it was. You came last year, didn't you?
Yeah, it's been my 3rd trip in exactly the last year, yeah.
Yeah, so Rob's gonna guide me through all this special rainbow fishing tactics, and we'll hopefully catch a bit of that on camera as well. But we've got 2 hours to go, so yeah, welcome to the latest vlog, and hope you enjoy what's going to unfold in the next week of fishing.
G-Man?
Right, well, it is 11:30 French time. The sun is shining. The landscape's changed a bit. We've come through Bordeaux. We're now getting into these pine forests. And in the heart of these forests is a very, very special lake, Rainbow Lake, Lac de Curtin as it's called. A lot of you guys will know, have heard of Rainbow Lake. It's an extremely special, historic French venue. And we're going to go and enjoy a week's fishing and escape the COVID madness on the boat. No need for that here. As the cars come in.
All clear?
All clear. Cool. Right, half hour and we'll be at the lake. It's yeah, very special venue. A very special stock, eh, Rob?
Indeed. Probably got the one of the best big fish stocks in the world, let alone France. We're easy fella.
Easy.
We're fishing for a £95 common at the minute.
That's the one. That's the one.
Fish called the Scar, backed up by several 80, £70 fish and 60s
galore.
You can't even put a number on it. There is just so many in there. Not easy at all times, and tricky venue to get it right a lot of the time, or can be, but when they're having it, they're having it.
Right, let's get to boat. Right, so we finally arrived. Here we are, Rainbow Lake. We've just been up to the clubhouse, seen Pascal and Max. Really nice gentleman that runs this lake. He's been running it since it started, hasn't he? He's been here.
Yeah, family-owned lake.
Family-run lake. We'll talk a little bit more about Rainbow Lake when we're in the swims and we're set up, because we're absolutely buzzing to get in the swims and actually get the rods out. We've got a whole week here, but a week just doesn't seem long enough. It's got like a prehistoric vibe to it. We're in the middle of this like pine forest, ancient pine forest. I'll pan around here. This isn't the swim we're fishing, but there you go. There's a lake stretching around behind us. You can see all these little dot islands and stuff that we're going to go and put in rods behind. Yeah, getting super excited now. The lads are all signing in. Yeah, it just looks awesome. It's been 25 years since I was here last. I've got a score to settle. I want one of these big girls. 40th birthday present would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hey? 40 kilo fish for a 40th, is that the way it rolls?
That would be nice.
That would be nice. Right, we're going to go around to get around to our swim. We're in peg 5 for the week. This is peg 1. You've got peg 1 and 2 is in, that gets fished, and then peg 5 is the next one that gets fished around the corner. So we're going to jump in the van, get round to the swim, and start getting ourselves sorted out and making camp. But yeah, super excited to be here at the bow at last. There we go, the mighty bow. Right, so here we go. This is peg 5. This is the sort of ski slope into the swim. We've had quite a bit of rain over the last 10 days or so. Water level seems to have come up. But then look at this for a view, people. Down into the swim, we've got the boats ready. They're all provided. Looking out into the mighty Bow. There are little dot islands there. That's where we're running the rods out to. Looking back over at the clubhouse there. And the bay round to the right. There's deep water over there to the right hand side of the swim. And then coming around here, the lake disappears off behind the islands. I'll just put the finger out, the old finger again. Behind these islands here, the lake disappears off that way. And then just around this way behind where Rob is, there's another channel that disappears off up into Peg 6 and sort of around the back of that island there. But I can't believe I'm standing on the banks of Rainbow. And Peg 5. You can't get much more excited than the way I feel at the moment. So it's now Sunday evening, so we arrived yesterday afternoon, got to swim about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we managed to get a couple of rods out last night. I was pretty rushed. We managed to get a couple of rods out through the back channels up into the islands. Didn't have anything on it last night, but at least we got a few rods out. But we now seem to be fishing properly. We've got all 8 rods positioned. I'll go into a little bit more detail probably tomorrow morning with like the rigs and where we're actually putting the rods out to. But in brief, we've got one down the little sort of left hand channel towards Peg 6, one over in front of the snags in front of us. They're my 2 rods, and then the 3, is it 3 or 4? Yeah, the 3 middle rods, these ones in front of us now, they're actually facing out into the islands. They're going through the islands with sort of poles and hooks and stuff to get us out over past the islands into Peg sort of 21's water. No one's fishing Peg 21 this week. And then we've got 3 rods out in that open water there, big fish territory, deeper water. It's sort of October now, and we sort of feel that there's going to be the chance of a big one out in that open water. So there you have it, that's our swim. If I just pan around this way, that's Rob's lovely bivvy all set up, and then down at the bottom of the swim I've got my Tempest sort of set up there, just with my sort of sleeping stuff in, and then up the top of the swim there you can just make out we've got the I think it's a Fox sort of cook shelter. That's got an oven, the fridge, gas oven, all of our sort of like cooking stuff. It's properly set up like a good kitchen up there, and also my van as well, which is all kitted out with all the bits and pieces that we need for a lovely stay here at Rainbow. So finally feels like we're fishing after being here for quite a while, and we're gonna have a nice roast dinner, chicken roast dinner tonight, and see what the night brings. Here we have the great reveal. Rob's cooking treat. Look at this for an on the bank dinner. Right, chef, what are you cooking up tonight?
We're having a chicken roast dinner, mate.
Oh, yes.
Rennet bow.
Yes, please. Look at that.
Oh.
Is that a whole chicken? A whole chicken, potatoes, carrots, parsnips. Oh, very tasty. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but this is the like fox cook tent that we've got. We've got one of those Nash sort of storage stations there with a tabletop, you know, all the like dishwashing facilities and stuff, all the food in there, and then yeah, gas oven, gas fridge, all the mod cons, eh? Cannot wait to tuck into this dinner after it's been a long day today, isn't it, getting the rods out, Rob?
It has, mate, but it's needed doing. It always is on here. The first couple of days there's a lot of boat traffic, getting spots. It's so spotty on here, and the bottom is sharp and down, so a nice hard earned dinner, and get some fish to come in the night with a bit of luck.
Let's see what the night brings. Right, I'm going to put this camera down so we've got some food to eat. It's Monday morning and it's an absolutely beautiful sunrise here at Rainbow. Had a good night's sleep. Still got the sleep in my eyes. Had a few big fish crashing out last night. There were a few fish crashing around. Not many, just a few. But so far the rods have remained static. But we're not too worried about that. It's been like that for most people on the lake, I think. It's strange how you can have fish getting caught the week before. We were discussing this last night, but you can have fish getting caught the week before, and then you sort of like, it just switches off when new anglers arrive. I don't know if it's new bait or just where the disturbance just puts them off, but I'm sure things are going to start sort of lighting up a little bit in the next few days. I'll just turn around here and pan around, but what a beautiful place this is. Just so I'm going to try and get out of the way. Lovely misty sunrise on the mighty bow. Just pan that around there. Right, okay. What's your thoughts, Rob? Are getting a fish today?
Yeah, yesterday was all about getting spots sorted. It's had 24 hours to settle, and yeah, I think one of them tips is going to pull round. They like the sun to come up for a bit in here.
Do they, yeah?
Just get some moving, yeah. And this time of year the sun comes up late. It's what, 8 o'clock now, and it's barely even light. So around 10, 11, I think we'll.
About 10, 11, yeah.
Chance, yeah.
And like a bite on here as well. I've been told that the bites are savage, and I can imagine, like with the tips up like this, it's going to be like a race car being on the end, and the tips just going like that. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Right, time to get a kettle on. Always have a tea, boy. It's what?
Shaking off my leads. It's done me.
It's done ya?
Yeah. Shaking off both my leads.
Oh, mate.
Right.
Oh, the odd heart was going then.
Fucking hell. Right, let's sort this shit out.
We're just taking some photos and with this beautiful sunrise, just wanting the rod to go, and then just a drop back on the old line bite on the end of the line, just drop back to the water.
Shook me leads off.
Oh, right, let's get it sorted. 1-0 to the bow.
1-0 to the Rainbow.
Right, but it's sunrise on Tuesday morning and still no action for us. Not too disheartened, to be honest with you. The lake seems to be have switched off. We had a lot of rain last week, water temperatures dropped, and sort of get the impression that the fish were feeding on the angler's baits last week, and that they've sort of like finished up feeding on those spots, and then yeah, they've sort of like switched off for a bit. That's all good. We're still at Rainbow. It's only Tuesday. Still chance of a fish of a lifetime. It only takes one fish here to make your dreams come true at Rainbow. So yeah, just cracking on. It's a lovely morning. Not going to change too much today. The rods have been out for a couple of days now, so I think we're just going to refresh the rods today, just to get them sort of like redone. Maybe move the spots just slightly, try sort of like slightly shallower water, slightly deeper water. My left hand rod, I'm going to go up the channel and there's a big snag tree on the other side of the channel. I'm going to try and position it there rather than near side margin. See if that does any good. But we had a lovely meal last night, chilled out. It's pretty bizarre because it's sort of middle of October, but the clocks haven't changed yet. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning and it's only just starting to get light. Really throws you out this time of year down here, because you expect it. It feels like it's sort of 5:36 in the morning because of the temperature and stuff that's down here at the moment. You know, we're getting sort of like, I think yesterday it went up to sort of 17 degrees when the sun came out, but at night the temperature drops, so it sort of throws your body clock out a little bit, but it's all good. Just need one of these rods to absolutely pearl off. I must admit I did get quite excited first light about half hour ago, just when it just started getting light on the horizon. My rod gave 2 bleeps. I think it was just the wind, but I came bolting out like Usain Bolt with no shoes on. Just for a split second I thought we were away, but no, just the wind bouncing the rod. Right, time to get the kettle on. Nice cup of tea. Let's see what today brings. Well, it's coming up to lunchtime on Tuesday. Not too much to report back, apart from the fact that I redid my left hand rod up the channel, which is the channel that goes around here. My left hand rod pointing down there to the left, that one there, and yeah, about 45 minutes after redoing it, I was making a cup of tea and the bobbin pulled right up, the tip slammed round, and I'm fishing, I've got 2 sort of like hooks in the near margin and then running it across to a far margin snag, and fish was on for a couple of minutes, got the boat, went out in the boat, started unhooking it from the hooks. I could see my float sort of bobbing in the middle channel, sort of away from the snag, and then nothing. Fish managed to do me, and I suffered a hook pull. And on a place like Rainbow, hook pulls are pretty hard to suffer, but still quite positive. You know, change of spot produced a take. We thought that things would be quite slow until sort of Tuesday time, and it's Tuesday now, so we're just hoping that, you know, Rob's redoing his rod out there on the open water spots. We're just hoping that we can, the fish are going to be starting to get onto our bait now, cleared up all the old bait and stuff, getting onto our bait, having a search around for new spots to feed on, and sort of like coming across our sort of bait. But it's not been fishing great, but it started to switch on a little bit. Peg 6 down to our left. I think they've had 4 fish today, so they've got a pod of fish that are starting to feed, and yeah, we just got to hope that, you know, some shoals of fish find our spots. But it's all good. I think, well, what I've done is I've actually changed my hook links to a longer hook link now. It was bizarre, you know, you shouldn't be really getting hook pulls like that, and I feel that maybe where these fish are so big that the hook link length that I was using just wasn't quite long enough. You know, still for English standards it was still a fairly long hook link. I'll try and grab one in a minute and show you what I'm using, but yeah, I think that lengthening it a bit is going to help matters and just give me that extra room for them to hang themselves a bit, get that hook right back in their throats. Right, okay, so I've just suffered that hook pull. and I've been thinking, I think I know what the tactical change was that brought that bite about. Nothing to do with rig length, nothing to do with the positioning the rods in a different position, different depth. It's all about Tash. Yep. I know what you're thinking out there. Handsome man. Bit of a 70s porn Tash going on the go. But yeah, I thought, rainbow. Nice change up in facial styling. Just need that big fish to hold. I'm seeing front cover. International massive carp magazine or whatever is out there. Bringing the Tash back, people. Bringing the Tash back. Hi, I'm Graham Maybe, and welcome to this edition of Rainbow Sessions. Today, we're going to be looking at the Rainbow Rig, Rainbow Bait, and Rainbow Tactics. Stay tuned. Right, so it's about an hour since I lost that fish. I've licked the wounds a little bit, got the rod back out on the spot. Got to take the positives from that though, that it was a new spot. I only just dropped it onto that spot, and within 45 minutes I had the bite. So I did something right. Changed my rigs, lengthened my rigs a little bit, and we're on Tuesday now. We've got the rest of the week, so just got to stay positive. But I just thought I'd go into a little bit about the bait that I'm using and the rigs. I'm not a rainbow expert, it's my first time here, but I'm just going to show you what I'm using, what other people have told me they use, just so you can see the sort of extremes that you go to when you come to rainbow. Start with though, a bit about the bait. So bait wise, I have got the Trigger Ice. It's the ice version, the sort of cold water version here. We're getting into autumn now, October. Water temperature's cooling a little bit, so I want something that all of those feeding triggers and stuff are going to release into the water nice and easily, so I've gone for the ice version. And what I've done, all I do is just basically tip it into a bucket. I use the shelf lives rather than freezer baits. I like using the shelf lives. I think they're a quality shelf life from Nutrabaits there. And I've just put them into the bucket, poured on a load of the liquid booster, given it a shake up, and then I won't use this bucket today. This is actually for tomorrow, so I'm going to allow all those baits there to soak up all that liquid booster for tomorrow. What I did when I first got into swim as well is I actually soaked in lake water some of the baits to soften them right up, to give the fish, make it much more digestible for the fish. Anyway, that's just a little bit about the bait that I'm using. Rig wise, so here's the rigs that we're using, or that I'm using. Rob is using a very similar one, and basically it's a 55-pound braided rig. So this braid, it makes this Nash. It's a 55-pound braided leader, so it's normally used as a snag leader, but I'm actually using it as a hook link. And I've just put a large loop at the end with a big anti-tangle sleeve on there, and a bit of putty just to help kick that away. A little bit of putty up the rig, and on the business end, I've got a multi-rig on there. So I've got a large loop, which has got the putty around the loop knot there, a kicker that slides up and down to hold the hook in place, and I've got a size 11 ring swivel, which is mounted on the sort of slip D part of the rig there, of the multi-rig. Now on there I've got 24mm hardened hook bait, so I've got one of the matching Trigger Ice hardened hookers there. That's 24mm in size. They've been glugged up as well for quite a while, these ones, so they've taken on loads of that Trigger Ice liquid booster. And then on top I've got a 15mm high buoyancy pink pop-up. Now what that would do is it will sort of just basically, unbelievably due to the size of it, it actually allows the bait to slowly sink down to the bottom. And when it comes to rest on the bottom, it's going to be sitting down, let's use the bucket here, it's going to be sitting down on the lake bed with the bait sitting up snowman presentation like this. Now the idea of this rig, although we're fishing like real big hooks, I've got size 2 hooks on there, a 55-pound braided leader, you still need a rig where the mechanics of it are going to work, and you need it to be a sort of subtle rig, just the same as you do in the UK. So basically where this is critically balanced and comes down onto the bottom, sits like this, the fish picks up the bait, and this lump of putty here on the multi-rig loop knot, what that does is it actually helps to turn the hook. So it adds weight, helps to turn the hook. So as the fish moves away, the hook there turns into the bottom lip. So that weight there, it's not used to sit the bait up like a pop-up, like this. Like it looks like it could be used like that. I'm not fishing a pop-up like this, I'm fishing it critically balanced down on the bottom snowman style, but that weight there for me personally is vital, because that weight, when it comes out of the mouth of the fish, it's helping that hook point to turn straight away into the bottom lip there, and you can see it working like that. As soon as that weight comes out of the fish's mouth, I just sort of like put it across my palm here, as soon as that putty comes out of the fish's mouth, it starts to turn that hook there, and then as the fish moves away, you get the hook hold. Bait can get ejected out, spat out, and there you go, you've got a nice hook hold on this rig. So that's the baits and the rigs that we're using today. Lead wise, I don't know if I've got a few of the leads. Where's my leads gone? I did have some leads kicking around. Aha, here we go. Now, I think we use big leads in some of the waters in the UK. That's a 6-ounce lead. That is used on the back of our lead core. That is a 12-ounce lead that's used on the front of the lead core. So if you can imagine, we've got sort of like 4 5-foot lengths of lead core. So if the rig is here, you'd have a 12-ounce lead on your lead clip there. That gets dropped down to the bottom. You then straighten the lead core out, and at the other end of the lead core, you've got a 6-ounce weight, and that pins your lead core down like this. So the fish coming and feeding on your spot isn't going to bash into your line, which is running from your 6-ounce lead up to a huge, great big float, and then your line runs across the surface back to your rods. Or it runs from your float around a few islands and then back to your rods, and I'll go into that in a bit more detail later on. So that's a little bit about the rigs that we're using here at Rainbow. It's completely alien to me. I will say to anyone that's coming over here to fish, get in touch with someone that's been to the venue, because it's just the little things that I didn't realise, like the kickers. These kickers, these are the Fox large ones, I think, extra large ones. You need super large kickers to go over the big hooks that we've got. The braid that you need here, you know, like 55-pound braided hook link. Even things down to like the swivels that go onto your rigs there. It's a size 11 ring swivel there to mount your baits on, rather than your small normal size ones that we use. So everything needs to be stepped up. The leader going from the lead core, the lead core's 70-pound lead core. It's huge, it weighs a ton. I think I've got some here actually. Where's my lead core? There it is. So Corda 70-pound XT lead core, yeah? So again, even the lead core stepped up for this place. And then we're using some snag leader. I think it's a 70-pound green snag leader, and that runs, that's for the float to slide up and down on, to 20-pound braid coming back to the main line. So very strong tackle. People may think that's a bit brutal and barbaric, but you know, you don't lose your tackle much, because the thing with this place is where you've got the boats to go out and get the fish. You get a bite, you can get out above the fish, and then you can play them in. It's not like you're snapping off all the time and things like that around these snags. You know, obviously I lost one to a hook ball, but you're not losing fish due to sort of basically your tackle failing, which is not what you want. So there you go. Right, I've got 3 more rods to do today. I'm going to get them out. The sun's coming out, so it's a perfect time to get on the boat and do it. We're going to hope that these little rigs here do the business and nail me a big fat rainbow carp. What a massive buzz this is, my first rainbow carp. Same rods down there on the snag, down the channel. I think Rob's just panning around there now, so you can't see it's round down there. There's a snag bush, but I moved it there this morning. Yeah, you can't see it for me, I don't think. Yeah, huge buzz. I'm really pleased with this one, because the first fish that I lost this morning, the hooks and stuff that we were run off weren't really working that well. But this one worked a treat. Replaced all my hooks and stuff. Put the rod back out there, lengthen the rig, and yeah, I think she's nailed. Did the rig come out, did it, Rob, or is it still in there?
No, I unclipped the
you unclipped it, yeah?
the rig, so you've just got to unhook her, mate.
So let's see if we can unhook her in the water. It's a common, probably, I don't know, upper 20s, low 30s, something like that. Gonna try and do all this in the water if it behaves itself. Yeah, absolutely nailed it. That's more like it. There you go, rig up. Oh, it's alright, get that in a second, I can see it. Right, let's see if she's going to be good. First one from the bow. Oh, this is a feisty. Epic boat battle. This is what it's all about. We want its grandparent, but this is a start that I'm happy with. It's only Tuesday, still got a few days left. Hopefully, first of many. Mwah! There you go, beauty. Off you go. Right, it's Tuesday night. It's just coming up to midnight. And it is wet again. Pouring down with rain. You can probably see it there. And no more fish to tell you guys about. Apart from a tench. And probably a couple more bream. Got to know how many bream Rob's caught now. But gonna get our heads down. It's just turned into one of those sessions at the moment where the weather's up and down, the pressure's up and down, and it just seems to put the fishing off, which is a real shame coming all this way, but hey ho, that is fishing at the end of the day. We've just got to keep plodding on. I'm sure we've got a couple more bites left in this swim. We've just got to try and piece it together and hope that they're fish of a lifetime fish. But we will keep trying. Right, so that's over and out for another day. Catch you tomorrow. Well, no fish last night, but you can't complain when you wake up to a sunrise like this. Absolutely stunning morning here at Rainbow. No filter needed. I think that's the hashtag that everyone uses, and there certainly isn't on this. You see it's raining, it's been raining all night. The water levels come up probably about 2 inches, I reckon. It's not that warm, I'm not going to lie, weather conditions aren't looking great. However, we did have 2 bites yesterday, and I'm still confident that there's a few more bites left in this swim to be had. We've just got to try and piece it together, figure out where they want the bait, and just be patient. We've got, this rain should die off in the next hour or so according to the forecast, and then after that we should have sort of sunshine and sunny intervals, sort of 16 degrees, 15 degrees. Getting colder at night, but I'm hoping that that sunshine's going to push the fish into the shallows up on the island to warm up a little bit and get away from this cold water that's going to sink to the bottom. But we will see. Another beautiful day at Rainbow, and I'm not going to lie, I'm having a really, really nice time. Well, it's Wednesday, about 3 o'clock. I feel sick. My rod, that one there, which is going out over to the snag. I'll turn it around in a minute and show you. But basically Rob went up to the shower, had a shower. Just 2 bleeps on the rod, saw the float bobbing, hit into it. I was into a carp, played it back to the post, away from the snag, went out in the boat, and the fish just sort of took a little bit of line, stripped a little bit of line, and then somehow there must have been like a branch on one of the bars out there, and he's gone and tucked the line underneath the snag on the bar, and no matter what I did, I could not get that line free from that snag. In the end, the hook link went. Got back to shore, and a common, probably about mid-30s, something like that, just sort of like boshed out of the water about 4 times. So I've got a feeling it was probably that fish that had been sulking down there, and then just sort of like came out the snag and was trying to rid the hook link. But this place isn't easy, people. It's definitely not easy. I thought I had this one. I thought I had it in the bag. Got it away from the snags. Unhooked the post, the line marker, the line pole, and then yeah, it just did me. But that's fishing. Hey, that is fishing. Still got it's Wednesday. Still got Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. 3 nights, 2 days left. Seems to be picking up a little bit. 2 bites yesterday, 1 today. Unfortunately, it's 2-1 to the fish. Fingers crossed. The next one's a big one, and we get it on the bank. Right, it was Wednesday afternoon. And Rob has just put his rod over on a new spot in the margin. It tore off as he was putting the bobbin on, would you believe it? But lo and behold, it's not a carp, it's a sturgeon. How's your luck, eh? It's a bend in the rod, but it's a Sammy sturgeon. Let me see if I can go out and get it. She's a rig girl.
I'd be happy if a carp fights this hard.
Yeah. There's the old girl. Oh, there, Nelly. Hold on, Rob, hold on. Bloody hell, you couldn't write it, eh? Oh. I actually saw one of these get caught when I came here in 1995, and it was the first time I'd seen them. I remember looking at them thinking,
bloody one.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I remember looking at them thinking that they just looked like prehistoric creatures. Absolutely ripped off. You can see there the floats that we're using it to help keep the line up. Here she comes. Get in there, Sammy Sturgeon! Oh.
My God.
What a mate. There she is. Old Sammy.
Oh, I can't get the fucking hook out.
Well, show us your mouth. Look at that from mouth. Oh,
It's like an elephant's arsehole.
go on, mate, get your fingers in there. Get your fingers in.
Fucking shit scared. Alright, let's get some forceps.
Let's get some forceps, mate. She's going to want to be held. You got water in the lids. What a lovely shot. What a lovely grip you got there. And the hat makes it as well. Oh. Right, so everyone's done for the day. Let's see what the night brings. Good afternoon, everybody. Right, blog update. What have we got to report on Big Fish Thursday? There's no big fish, not for us anyway. There has been an £80 common that's been caught in the swim next door. £80, absolutely colossal fish. They haven't had many bites, and that's the thing about Rainbow. It just takes one bite to make your dreams come true on a place like this. Over in Peg 1 as well, our friend Gavin over there is fishing with his friend Michael. Michael hadn't had a bite all week up until this morning, and he had 2 bites in 10 minutes, which resulted in a 57 and a 44, I think. So, that's how quickly things can turn around here. Just, fish come over your spots, get their heads down, and you're a happy man. We've had 3 bites. We've landed 1 fish. One did us on a snag on top of a bar that I couldn't do anything about, and unfortunately I suffered a hook ball on a fish. But that's just the way things go here at Rainbow. We've had a great session. Still 2 nights left. Anything can happen. 2 nights left. We've got a cold northerly wind coming in. The pressure's been high this session. Water level's risen. Water temperature's dropped. It's just been one of those sessions really where the elements have been against us. You can see the way I'm dressed. Beanie hat. I've got the big sort of like snug pack jacket on and stuff like that. It's not been a warm trip, this one, and the fish definitely haven't responded very well to bait. So we're still plugging away, and we'll see what the next 2 nights bring. But it's beautiful here. It's an absolutely amazing place, and just privileged to be able to get on the bank with good company. Eh? What do you reckon, Rob? What do you reckon of big un?
Yeah.
A fish?
To be honest, you don't come here for. It's a long way to come for small fish. Don't get me wrong, it's an immense place, but like Chris had Jay next door had the £80 common. It's been a 77 and a 71 out as well. Peg 18 has had 460s now, or 360s or something like that. So it's I know you lost a couple and they weren't life-changing fish, which is a saving grace, but I'm not too despondent. I don't come here to catch many. I come here because I really want a whacker.
We want that big one, don't we?
And the big ones are coming out, so it's all to play for, really.
It is indeed. Just need one of those big girls to slip up. Two would be nice, one for me, one for you, Rob. But to be honest, even if you had one, I'd be a happy man just to see one on the bank. So
yeah, well, they call it Big Fish Thursday over here, but what did we name it? Any Fish Thursday.
Any Fish Thursday. Yeah, we'd be Any Fish Thursday, Big Fish Friday. We'd be happy with, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So that would do. Right. Okay. Anyway, that's enough of us waffling on. So nothing too much to report here. Hopefully we'll be back soon with a rainbow carp. My heart's going, my legs are going.
Oh. It's what I call being towed around by a proper big un.
Just worry about all those snags that are down there and stuff, mate. Just get the feeling like I'm in about 5% control of this fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if he's staying deep.
So let's put that camera down and get rid of the net, I reckon.
It's a nice one.
Watch out for that margin there, mate.
know if you want us to motor you away from the snags.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just, oh, hang on. She comes, mate. There's about 4 foot under that first lid. Yeah.
Keep it coming. Yeah, she's in.
Yes! Come on! Mate, we did it! We fucking did it!
Mate, look at the fucking top of him. It's a beastie. It's a big one.
Oh my god, Rob. Oh my god.
What a fight. What a buzz.
Mate, final day. Oh mate, I need to sit down.
Donkey just wallowing. All that effort and hard work, mate.
Mate, I can't describe this feeling. I'm literally shaking from adrenaline.
And that is a serious water pig.
And that is like... Mate, since 1995, yeah? Since 1995, I've been dreaming about catching one of these. And to come here on my 40th birthday trip, through fucking COVID lockdown and all that shit, to get that in a net. Mate, fishing don't get much better than that, does it, Rob?
Nah.
It honestly doesn't. I would take that fish over a 400-pound marlin, a massive tuna, a great white shark. Do you know what I mean? That fish to me has been what my life has been about. And I know it sounds wanky, but like, that's got to be over 50, isn't it?
Oh mate, it's a pig, look at it.
I know, mate, I haven't even looked at it. I can't even bring myself to look at it. It's like a dream. It's Friday morning, it's the last day, and something absolutely unbelievable has happened. I was literally just about to leave the swim and leave the rods with Rob to go to the toilet because I've been holding it in all morning. Got to the top of the swim. I couldn't find my phone, that's right, I couldn't find my phone, could I? Yeah. I couldn't find my phone, so I didn't leave the swim, and I was like, oh, where's my phone, where's my phone? So I was looking for my phone for about 3 or 4 minutes, found my phone, walked up to the back of the swim to get into the van, and then literally the rod started bleeping on the snag down there. Rob was like, drop back, and I was like, oh, bream. Wound and wound and wound and wound and wound and wound and wound. Leant into it, and I was like, that feels heavy. Went out in the boat. I've got some footage on my phone, so hopefully you see that. But went out in the boat, it was like a breeze block. I was like, this is a big fish, this is different. And in that net there's an absolute fish of the dreams. Let's go and have a quick look. I haven't even seen it yet, apart from when it came in the net. Here we go, let's turn that round. Thank you very much, Rob. Right. Whoa, gets a bit deeper there.
She's a lump, mate. That is a proper big one.
Look at the width on that. Just to put that in perspective, that's my hand, and it's not even as wide as one side of it. Like, that's a hog. Right. Enough talk. Let's get this puppy photographed, eh?
Yeah.
Got some
Well
chat.
done, Jay.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much, Rob. This man here is an absolute legend. One of a kind, Rob, one of a kind. I don't quite believe this. It's the final morning.
The sun's come out and Rainbow has truly given us one of its beauties. 67.5 pounds. Gave me an amazing fight on the boat. I literally, my knees were going, everything was going, I was shaking. And here she is, 67 pounds of Rainbow Mirror. And what a fish she is. I'll see if I can hold it up. I can literally hold it. I can't really hold it. There you go. That's what we came for. One of Rainbow's finest. Thank you. What a 40th birthday present that is. Thank you very much, Rob, for the invite on the trip. It's been amazing. Right, look how wide she is. Just look how wide she is. Oh my God. Right, let's get her back to her home. I'll face her off the way she came, back down to the snags between peg 5 and peg 6. Tommy Duncan Dunlop said that this swim could do a whacker this week in the Fish of Dreams, and well, Tom, as always, you were right, my friend. Right, back you go, big girl. Get your strength back. I don't know how old this fish is, but you just think back to fish like this and you think, who's held her in her lifetime? All the famous anglers from all around the world that's come here. All those people have been lucky enough to have a big rainbow lump. And you're just here just thinking how privileged I am to be one of the lucky few that makes a huge journey down here and ends up catching a fish of a lifetime. Mwah! Come on, big girl. Go back that way. Aim you off into your lake, mate. You can have a winter slumber. Let's get her strength back. There she goes. Oh, nice powerful kick and off you go. There she goes. Yes!